Hello, this is Dr. Dennis Kimbro, and welcome to the Global Classroom. You know, most of you know that for the past 3 decades, I've been immersed in the subject of wealth creation. My exposure to Black America's wealth creators has shaped my outlook as well as my personal psychology regarding money. Well, recently, I served on a panel with a Fortune 500 company, and the subject quickly turned to wealth and success. I was asked by my host if I saw a spike in the number of Black millionaires in the U.S., and I pointed out that I did. And that's the good news. I mean, of the 22 million millionaires in the United States, nearly 8% or 1.79 million are African American. Quite an increase. But you know, my host wasn't impressed. She then asked, Dr. Kimbro, why do so few people attain 7-figure status? Once she asked that question, I immediately knew the subject of my next video. Why do so few people achieve wealth? And my research quickly points out there are 4 obvious reasons. And top of the list, number 1, building wealth never occurs to them. You know, in our social media driven world, we are drowning in information, but we are starving for wisdom. Mastering your finances requires mastering your thought. There's no sense in trying to change the world. Just try changing your thinking instead. In order for your circumstances to change, you must change. You know, as I tell my students all the time, life doesn't begin when the alarm clock goes off. Life begins when you wake up. So look, it's time to wake up. In other words, what plans do you have for your life other than existing? Number 2, they never decide to. So many never make a firm commitment to build wealth or even get the finances in order. They hope to and they want to, but they never decide to. Look, every dollar bill you have in your possession is your personal employee. And this employee, this dollar bill you got in your hand, it never takes a day off and it never calls in sick. That dollar bill sitting in the middle of your hand is ready for you to put it to work. You know, it takes years, if not decades, to see a true transformation. But it begins with a single decision. So when it comes to you and your finances, don't worry about the how. Just make the decision that you'll focus in and get involved in with the do. And make your money work for you. Number 3, they procrastinate. It's time for us to take a digital detox and focus on what truly matters. Why? Because wealth will never open its doors to those who are unwilling to pay the price. Millionaires make money while others make excuses. Those who wait for something to happen have nothing to show for the wait. And as one millionaire said to me in one of my focus groups, if killing time is your goal, why not work it to death? You won't be a millionaire until you become a millionaire. Unfortunately, we live in a consumer-driven society where shopping has become a sport. I mean, let's face it, if we feel good, we buy. And if we don't feel good, we still buy. We rent when we should buy, but we buy when we should rent and invest the difference in the process. We think jobs when we should think business. We think credit when we should think cash. We think minimum payment instead of ending balance. And unfortunately, with regard to the start of building wealth, we think tomorrow when we should be thinking today. And number 4, the wealthy see opportunities where others see obstacles. Yes, the rich are different. They act and they think differently. They believe in opportunity in the future. They see possibilities where others see problems. They set clear goals and a timetable for their completion. They know that a lowly beginning cannot bar them from experiencing a wealthy life, and nothing will block them from realizing all that they dream, all that they imagine, except time itself. So in short, when it comes to wealth creation, be persistent. And until you are free economically, true independence will always be an afterthought. I mean, let's face it. Regardless of what others may think, say, or do, these are not the worst of times, and arguably these are not the best of times. But face it, this is the only time that you and I will have. So until the next time, this is Dr. Dennis Kimbro in the Global Classroom, and never forget, your wealth choice is arguably your best choice. God bless.